Ready, Prabhu, you can start.
Thank you for beautiful chanting Hare Krishna. Let's continue reading from the Japa book by His Grace Bhurijana Prabhu. We are on the 16th chapter, the importance of the positive. That is a section we covered in the 16th chapter. And we'll continue and further down on the 16th chapter. Harinama, the heart of the process. The heart of all Krishna conscious practices is to chant Krishna's holy names. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself cites this quotation from the Brihannaradya Purana. Harinama 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 eva kevalam kalo nasteva kadiranyata. In this age of Kali, there is no other means, no other means for self-realization than chanting the holy name. Chanting the holy name, chanting the holy name of Lord Hari. The Lord adds, this verse clearly states that anyone who accepts any other path cannot be delivered. This is the reason for the triple repetition, nothing else, nothing else, nothing else, which emphasizes the real process of self-realization. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 17.21 and 25. Next paragraph. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur uses Srila Jiva Goswami's words to make the same point. In his Bhakti Sandarbha 273 and his Krama Sandarbha commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.23 to 24. Sri Jiva Goswami Prabhu has given the following process regarding the chanting of the holy names as instructed by Sri Gaurachandra. Yad yapi anya bhakti kalo kartavya tadatat ketanakya bhakti samyogenaiva. Although other process of devotional service should be performed in Kali-yuga, they must all be accompanied by the chanting of the holy names. Commentary on Chaitanya Bhagavata, Adi Kanda 2.26. So this section talks about we may do anything in our Krishna consciousness practices. We may be expert, skilled in doing cooking or giving classes or whatever that you can think about, managing the temple or taking Sunday schools, teaching to other, preaching to other, book distribution, you name it, anything. But if the chanting is not being a part of a main ingredient to that one, then it just simply we are doing karma, we are just doing activities. Um, it's in our practices of Krishna consciousness. Definitely, our process is to give importance to the chanting. Chanting is being kept as a last item, but everything else is being done. That means we have really not understood the teachings of Krishna consciousness, our Guru Parampara. Mm. Um, there was one senior devotee who was staying with us when we were in St. Louis. He came to our house. He just happened to come for a business trip, and he stayed with us just for that day. And I asked, there is a and again, this you have to understand very carefully, otherwise difficult. There's a home program. Would you like to come? He said, "No, Prabhu. I have to do my rounds chanting. I have to finish my chanting. So let me sit and chant. So it'll be helpful." And so the point here is, of course, we have to plan our days. We are traveling and doing things. That's a different case. Time schedule and your job and your other commitment may underline your daily sadhana. But then the point here is important thing is you can hear lectures, you can do services and everything, but keeping chanting as the last part of the day or last item is not a good practice. It's not a good practice. So earlier is the better that we chant our rounds. Mm, and do not take this as an example, what I said, to skip home programs and temple programs, saying that I've not finished my rounds at those, therefore I'm not going to Sunday program. That means you're not really planned your day well. Staying locally, we are not planned our day well. We should have chanted and get ready for attending the programs. That's how we see. Exceptions can be on when certain days and certain times, And if you're traveling especially, then exceptions are always there. Let me read one more. Yeah, we have time. So let me read one more section. Serve the devotees. After Lord Brahma steals the cowherd boys and calves, he apologizes. His prayers to Krishna are recorded in the 14th chapter of the 10th canto. In text 30, he asks to be counted among Krishna's devotees. In text 30, 14th chapter, 10th canto, 10.14.30, you all can refer later. Brahma is asking to be counted among him to be counted among the Krishna's devotees, both in his present life and in future lives. My dear Lord, I therefore pray to be so fortunate that in this life as Lord Brahma or in another life, wherever I may take birth, I may be counted as one of your devotees. I pray that wherever I may be, even among the animal species, I can engage in devotional service to your lotus feet. This is another important aspect of Krishna consciousness. As has been said, all these things happens only when we are tightly and closely connected with devotees. Mm. It's very important thing in our movement that Prabhupada has set this house so that we can all take advantage of each other. This whole house, the world is our house for Krishna's consciousness, our house. Wherever we go, devotees are there. So we have to take association of the devotees. Otherwise, it's just life will be miserable. Srila Sanatana Goswami comments, Krishna's mercy prasada is achieved when one has an attitude of servitude toward him. And thus Brahma asks for such a serving mood. Brahma says, O fulfiller of all desires, my fortune to have achieved the highest position in the material world is not the greatest fortune. The implied completion of the idea is the greatest fortune for me, your eldest son, would be to serve even one of your servants. Krishna is satisfied only when we render full service to his devotees. And thus Brahma prays in this verse, beginning Tat. The word yeka means, the verse is not quoted here, so you can all refer later. The word yeka means even those who are just now engaged in devotional service. In other words, the new devotees. One should serve even their lotus feet. So, without seeing any consideration of who's senior, who's junior, who's madhya, and all those things, serving as long as the person is devotee, as long as chanting, we serve the devotee to our best. And we also set as a role model to others by doing so for others. Um, well, any thoughts, questions? Any takeaway points?
So
Two
just
more sections in this chapter, but it may not be possible to finish it now. It's 3 pages. All right, so here's so we can go ahead and stop the recording, Mataji.